All right, all right. We're now officially live on the video as well. I'm gonna switch over to the slide and kill the intro music.
Strawberry on point.
Yeah, man, because we have not even done the tags yet. So
No, we haven't. So let's go ahead and get to that.
You know who it is? It's your boy Dez, aka Comic Dez, 85 if you're on TikTok.
Yes, sir, and it is your boy Hook. I am at the Retro Gaming Dojo on all of your social media platforms except the lame ones. Chris? And Chris doesn't have shit. He does have socials, but he's not going to share them because you motherfuckers don't need to know. So what are we talking about today, Des?
We starting off to talk about it or the rec room?
Well, I think we should hit the rec room subjects right now. Let's go ahead and get the...
Bet. First off, though, we got to congratulate him on getting promoted.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I guess that's a current event, huh?
The
Okay, so I shared this on my IG earlier. If you follow, you might have seen it. I got a lot of congrats from the homies. Right, I'm about to pour up after this, after I share my news. So I work for the post office. For y'all who don't know, I'm a mail carrier on the rural side of things. Today was my unofficial last day as a part-time flex rural carrier.
Essential ladies, he's an essential worker.
I mean, yes, I am.
I mean, benefits.
In about 2 weeks, officially, I'll be a regular rural carrier. I'll have an assigned route. But in the meantime, in between time, my supervisors have hooked it up. So I'll be working that route until then. So I'm not on the part-time worker schedule anymore. I'm on the regular carrier schedule. That's great. I'm going to be working in town over. And so that's just a really good situation for me. It's wonderful.
I might still see you out and about.
If you're in Heights, yeah, you will see me out and about. I was catching you all the time when I had the one route I was doing. That shit was crazy. I kept running because him and D-Way do work on this house on this property. And I would pass by there, and I remember I ran into Dez one day. I was like, what the fuck? Dez? What's good, nigga? Just dapped him up. And then another time I came through, a couple of weeks later, him and D-Way. I'm like, oh, so y'all just, this is one of the things y'all work on together. All right, cool. So that was a cool little situation. I'd run into them every couple of weeks out there during the season.
I mean, he works out in
ground round or something, right?
I like Moody.
Moody, really? Oh, way the fuck out there. Been out Moody maybe once or twice.
He's traveling like every week.
Yeah, he's got a nice little gig together for himself, man. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, bro.
Hey, we're no man.
Fucking about 10 plus years.
At least talk Bueno.
Yeah, I think it was the last job he had. Like, you know, working for somebody.
Talk Bueno.
That place ain't even open anymore.
He outlasts.
Yes, he did. Man, they had the thickest cheese. That shit would give you the crazy runs, bro. Could never eat there, bro. Why is this queso so big? You have the shits all night.
I gotta heat this up. Put the microwave for 5 minutes.
Fuck, man. You gotta put some milk. Cut this shit, man. Hey, give me some canola oil, man. What the fuck?
Take the motherfucking shirt off.
Jesus.
You went there.
Listen. No Diddy, bro. What the fuck?
You said cut it, man. Like cocaine, like coke house, man. Shit. You watch goddamn New Jack City?
It's been too long, bro. It just keep calling me. Oh shit. My God, man. Oh Lord. Chris, you got anything, man? Got anything? Just some wild shit.
We keep throwing the Diddy around. Kuchar and squad are getting involved now. Ashton Kuchar and his wife, Mila Kunis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all the way back to Demi Moore,
Right.
his ex. So back when she was doing something with the little boys, he separated from her and then, ironically enough, started an anti-trafficking corporation.
Yeah.
And met with like Senate and stuff, right?
Yep.
So
I remember that there's that one video of him talking about the feds coming to his group for help for the human trafficking thing.
So he was doing on the surface level possibly great stuff.
Yeah.
But him and Diddy, he went to some of the freak offs and stuff, and it's catching up. And now Mila is basically told him, if you want to stay married, you're not going to go anywhere near all of this.
Of course not.
And so
I mean,
he's on that list.
It's very, and this is the thing about that list. And me and you talked about this off the pod. You don't know how many people knew about all the crazy stuff Epstein was doing. This could have just been parties that these people were invited to.
Like I said, the rooms, don't go in there. Okay, cool. Never went in there.
Exactly. You don't know what's going on. You hear these big parties. There's all this fucking money going around. You're meeting people. You're networking. That's what you're going to do.
Especially he was growing a business.
Exactly.
And he was trying to network. He wasn't aware possibly that.
Hey, everyone here is the kind of people that you are trying to get fucking thrown in jail.
You don't want to be friends with me, so you know where I'm at.
Exactly.
It's like,
exactly. I'm not trying to defend him, just be the devil's advocate.
Absolutely.
He very well could have not known. And I'm sure a lot of the people that went to those parties did not know. For instance, Eminem's on that list.
The word is that they had,
we talked about that. Like, I don't think he would do that, especially with the whole thing with his wife and his daughters and all that other shit.
That's it. They got warning after like at Jimmy Fox place.
What happened?
they got warning, kind of like at Jimmy Fox place. I kind of roll my eyes like those shots right there. But at a certain time they get that call, the last call, getting down what that happened. Get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, of course. And matter of fact, who was it? Fox was talking about Denzel telling him about leaving parties that he'd been to. Yes, and Denzel's been to Diddy party before, and fucking.
He knew some stuff.
Jamie was like, "Why do you always leave so early?" And then what was the quote?
I
think you leave before the devil shows up.
Yes,
I think that's what
that was
pretty
much. Yes, but that was.
And so he would always leave. He would always leave early. And it's like,
and look at Denzel now. He's almost ostracized. He did an Equalizer 3 pretty much for free, just to get that type of message out. Did you watch the third one?
I have not seen the third one.
All human trafficking type.
I mean, all those movies.
Yes, but this one seemed a little more direct. Like his acting, if he could have been fourth wall breaking, he was staring at people that were doing the wrong. You can see it in his acting. And he took like no money for the acting role. He said he wanted to do that out of passion.
Okay.
I mean, he's really a work, but his standpoint on that.
Probably a message that he's wanting to send. Yeah, like you said.
If you can help, you can help. Exactly. Use your platforms.
Yeah. So I mean, same thing. I mean, he's just taking a role, but still, like,
I don't know. Liam seems a little snaky.
He's just crazy. That's it.
Yeah.
Just crazy white dude.
I feel like he's done a lot of coke off some bottles and stuff.
Probably.
Man.
Probably, bro. A lot of people probably have. Shit, I probably would have. Back then, I would have fucked with the shit now. Shit's cut all kind of crazy shit. Fentanyl!
Which mind you? I've heard that episode that I don't know. The Shatter episode.
I feel like.
Hold on. You heard the Shatter episode. When you have like a broken anything, bone, whatever. Fentanyl ain't shit. That was my experience.
It gave me a nasty headache in the hospital.
Really?
I will say.
So did it cure your pain?
No, it gave me a fucking headache.
There you go.
I will say when I had my tibia broken and they had me on morphine, that shit did not help at all.
Oh, morphine! I feel like I can see
no,
my pupils dilate. Oh no, I'll go to the
It
hospital.
didn't do that. Man, look. It kind of dulled it a little bit, bro, but that shit was painful. I was like, this morphine ain't doing shit for me.
They gave you a slight dose. Those they gave me, I'm telling you.
I tell them all my back stuff, like hardware I got, they're like, oh. They're like, yeah, liquid Tylenol and stuff, and they gonna do it. She's on hardware.
Man.
They pull out the secret reserve.
Now, the shit they shot me up with when I got my surgery? Yeah, bro. Bro, all I know is because they put me under and they were like, we're gonna shoot you with this stuff for pain right after surgery's done, and then we'll wake you up. Man, I woke up. I was gone. I didn't feel shit. When I got home, no. They're like, we're gonna give you this morphine. This stuff that you have right now is gonna wear off, and you're gonna feel everything. Nigga, I got to the house. Oh, okay. That shit wore off. I don't know what they gave me, but I was like, that shit was the truth. I needed more of that.
They gave liquid morphine.
But they can't give me that because, you know, addictive and all that.
Well, they're not going to let me leave the hospital.
Yeah,
that shit that
I was upset.
That shit that I did, but he did, I was like, if I do this, don't do anything.
Straight to the veins, baby.
I'm saying, I feel like I can see.
I was like, what are you giving me? He was like, I'm about to give you morphine. I was like, morphine? Ain't that like addictive? He was like, oh, we got it. You got the right dose and everything. I was like,
okay.
Also, my chest got heavy.
After the history or before?
It felt like just it was like a nice weight, like weighted blanket got
It's nice and warm.
Right. I wouldn't do this because I'm not going to blow out my veins and stuff. But I see why.
I told him straight up, I was like, hey, this is morphine. He was like, feeling good? I was like,
Hell yeah.
real good.
Huh?
See his spots in there? See his spots.
Said I was seeing.
5 minutes later, I was like, oh, that shit sucks.
My dude said he was seeing sound waves.
I was like, I hear colors, guys. The doctor just came in. I think I pushed this too many times. And I didn't know where, I thought it was in my hand, but it wasn't. Apparently it got wedged between my leg and the bed, so that bitch was just like pressed in for like 30 minutes.
Yo, my dude almost killed himself in there, bro. Jesus.
Oh, shit.
I didn't know, I thought it was in my hand.
That's how high he was.
Bro, feeling great.
He was like, it's not in my hand. I think I keep pressing it. Bitch, that shit is not in your hand. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Man.
Pink Floyd.
Boy, I want to play some Pink. Boy, I want to play some Pink Floyd right now. Fuck. Can't do that. That shit we get copyright hit quick. Facebook will be like, nope.
I do not own the rights to this.
Hell
No.
no. I put any color you like. That's my shit, bro. Jesus.
Remember Jonathan Majors?
Months ago, yeah. Man, he's working on a new movie right now.
That's it. But I saw briefly that he filed the appeal. Nah, that's no though.
Hell no.
So he's not about to go to 6.
Kevin Feige got his snipers out there. Oh, he did what? Shoot that paper. Caught fire.
He's not gonna appeal. I mean, he was cleared of one charge, but they're definitely keeping him other charges. They made an example of him. That's what that was.
I mean, they weighted so much of that saga on him, and he's going to do all of these versions of him.
Oh no, we were talking about the court case. But that's continue. The Marvel shit. Wow.
Yeah. They got to deter all of that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did y'all hear Silver Surfer? They're doing a female.
I did. What?
Yeah, the white chick from Ozarka or something. Netflix show. Ozark. Didn't catch it myself, but apparently it's a big cult following from a Netflix show. And this whole blonde chick who's known on like memes and shit for swearing or something, she's gonna be the Herald Silver Surfer, and you know they did it I think out of spite just to let the internet run wild with all their it's a woman, you can't do a woman in a male role. But
with the multiverse, that's how he's gonna flip it.
Thing is, like there's so many Heralds of Galacticus that there's even a female one, but not the Silver Surfer. She has her own name and her own identity. They're just doing the good old, you know, including a DIT thing or whatever. Your cats, I'll keep mine.
Yo, good? Yeah, bring your opinions, man.
We got a checklist with Disney's Marvel mixed movies. If everything's not checkmarked, it's not going to get made. We got to have everything.
Yeah,
look at our poor Morph. He even had it in on I mean, like you said, it made sense. Cool, but
we talking about more the whole The non-binary thing?
Yeah.
Another example for you. Black Panther 2.
I hadn't seen it.
I mean, don't waste your time.
I kind of want to watch it, but I was like, my biggest thing was, I'm like, why don't we just recast it? Why didn't we
I think
just
it was an
recast
issue of the actors and actresses within the film. They felt strong enough to the standpoint that they
Fuck that shit, bro.
It was a bomb that they
You don't fuck up a
Trey's
script.
films.
You don't fuck up a script and a whole story fucking universe because, hey, we don't feel like anyone else should get this role. Like, come on.
We had X-Men coming in line. Storm and T'Challa could have had Mission Army. They would,
I'm like, bro.
That's fine. They can do that, but
I'm not saying don't have any respect for Chadwick, but I mean, like, he's not the only person that needs to play this fucking role.
We recast War Machine like it was nothing. They even just did a joke about it. And he walks in, oh, Brody? Yeah, man. Sit down. You know, bro.
I mean, not to mention, like, motherfucker, we have another Black Panther in the Black Panther movie. So, obviously, this is something that can be passed down. You literally could have just had either someone else be the new Black Panther, or...
Could have had, like,
recast
Killmonger's
T'Challa.
body just, like, finger twitch reanimation, and then he came back. But he would have, like, a different mentality to where he had the hunger.
No, we don't need another Killmonger.
No, he wouldn't be Killmonger. He would be, like, tweaked up, like, he changed, like, for the good. And he had his desire and passion.
I don't like that.
But take over the world.
I don't like that at all.
What if?
I don't like that at all.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Person, I don't like it.
I just don't like the second one that they put their only leading scientists and everything builder to go out and possibly die. When she's dead, who's making all the gadgets and gear and all that?
I mean, they have other scientists.
Others, but they all went to her for questions.
Bruce.
She was smarter than Bruce.
Bro, she was smarter than Tony.
You know who should have been?
It was heavily implied she was smarter than
Well,
Tony.
that's why Reed is
Oh, we
coming.
didn't.
That's why Reed is
I loved when, like, I think they had somebody say something and then she's just kind of like, yeah, you know. I did like that. It's like, no, Shuri is really goddamn smart, man. I had hoped that she wouldn't be such a, like, I hated the fact that, you know, it was like, okay, she gets the fruit, she becomes the Black Panther. But since Shuri has like zero combat training in this version, it's just like, I get the whole she doesn't have any combat training, but isn't the whole point of the Black Panther that you gain the knowledge of all the previous Black Panthers?
She did.
So did she have combat training?
She did. Because also she was able to go toe-to-toe with Namor. Oh, excuse me. No.
Is that how they say
So,
it? Did they really lean into that?
yes, they did.
Damn.
Tough.
Damn. I can't watch that.
It's like this ain't Atlantis for sure.
No.
This is Aztecian and stuff.
They need no.
I remember someone was telling me about that, and they were like, why does he have all the imagery and Cascado and all that other shit? And I'm like, well, Atlantis does have a lot of connections to these cultures and stuff. Like, I'm just kind of, I'm like,
Serenading down the fucking Atlantis area.
I don't know why they needed, I don't know why they needed to do that, since Atlantis essentially is a fictional fucking place. But whatever, you know.
Oh, this place.
It's such a pristine.
You know what I am waiting on though? You know what I am waiting on though? It's gonna be as far as Black Panther, the whole Black Panther Captain America game that's about to come out. That's set in the 40s. That's gonna be dope.
Yes, it will. It's very promising.
I'm like, okay, as long as the gameplay is good, this could be really, and it has some good writing behind it. This could be great. We're gonna see T'Chaka.
When or if it ever apparently comes out. You got Harrison Ford finally, but it's like Captain America 4. He's gonna be the Red Hulk. He's the president, and if they don't have the famous line from Harrison Ford said by him, it's a lost shot.
Get off my plane! I don't like the idea of Harrison Ford in anything like that.
That's only.
I mean, Cowboys and Aliens was great, wasn't it?
He's the only guy left, man.
I'm like, bro, I don't want to see him in this.
He's an old. They could have got Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott's a little slender.
Okay, but it's all
But
he can burn.
Harrison Ford isn't?
He can burn.
Harrison Ford ain't putting on 20 or 30 pounds of muscle on this role. He's old.
my problem with it is like I just want Harrison to commit, and I don't know if he will. Obviously, he didn't want to do it for Han Solo, and they wrote him off the movies. I was like, great, fine, awesome, get him out. I felt the same way about Bill Murray with Ghostbusters. Get him out.
It's a question. Does Sam Elliott look more like I can't remember his name, William Rush, or does Harrison Ford look like No, William Hurt.
Yeah, just a mustache, basically.
Sam Elliott looks like Thunderbolt Ross.
His stash and he even played a fucking general back in there was a war movie he used to play in. And he had the flat top just like
he looks like Ross.
Yeah.
He looks
And
like
he's
Ross.
William Hurt.
And I feel like he could shoot him.
William Hurt is the original General Ross.
The guy who died.
Oh.
He just named it.
We don't need them to make him look like the fucking old actor. We need them to look like the comic characters. We need them to look like the comic character. Fuck
But
that.
they pick and choose their continuity.
I know. I want him to look like General Ross. Sam Elliott fits the role. Harrison Ford with a mustache.
And Sam Elliott would be cheaper.
Yeah, yes, that too. And again, like I said, is Harrison Ford going to fucking commit to the role? That's my problem.
Well, I don't
That is my issue.
And they do
More
not need to kill off the Red Hulk in just this one tiny little.
Is he going to want to do this again in the future?
Well,
Thunderbolts, we call the Thunderbolts for him.
So that's my problem with casting a Harrison Ford is his commitment to the role.
Well, they're going to have obviously.
He's going to be in the Forward Future movies. Is he going to want to do another movie playing?
They're obviously going to have a 3D motion capture actor. So all he's really doing is voice acting at the end of the day.
But he's still going to have to act in the parts where he's not being the Hulk.
You see
That's what I'm talking
the Bruce
about.
Banner guy. He has to wear all that gear. He's wearing all that gear.
Yeah.
Damn sure Harrison Ford would be like,
He's
man,
like, yeah, he's not going to want to
and
do
then
that.
what if he dies? It's like, and
And
you have to
then-
recast.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want Ford in there because I don't know his commitment to the role.
We got 3 Hulks.
Well, She-Hulk's got to recast too now. They fired her.
Did they fire her?
They fired the lawyer version, not the girl who portrayed the actual She-Hulk, because that was an actual woman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know
If you
that.
got the mommy issues, check her out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a real woman.
Because she
that was
looks kind
built
of
up.
like
She
the
does.
face model.
Yeah, they did just like they do with the Hulk, but no, they actually had a stand-in person
Oh, okay.
to do like a body scan. And stuff.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
She was there.
That's cool. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say they can't get a better actor. Actress, they obviously can. But that sucks. I thought she was great as Jennifer.
She was, but it's her outside.
Yeah, her she has other stuff going on, and I mean,
And they're just like, you know what?
she definitely
You just did a show.
She definitely didn't endear herself to the fan base. I understand because fan base was being really nasty about that show.
It was a good show.
I tried to argue that to my boys because they were like, well, I didn't like the show. I was like, okay, well, what did you expect from She-Hulk?
It was accurate as
So,
hell.
hold on. This is what I was like, what do you want? What did you want from a She-Hulk show? And they were like, I mean, something more like something more like the Hulk. And I'm like, okay. So, have you guys ever read a She-Hulk comic? No. All right. And then they're like, well, what did you want? Well, I wanted the Jason Byrne run of She-Hulk, which is from the 70s, which is what they portrayed in the show, breaking the fourth wall, She-Hulk being a lawyer, her just having fun being She-Hulk. That's what I wanted to show. I wanted Ally McBeal with superpowers, and I kind of got that.
Yes.
Who better to be a lawyer for superheroes than?
And she got the shit with Daredevil too. Like you had Cameo that was teased a little too long, but it still came.
Yeah.
And so did she and Daredevil. But
I think they didn't like the fourth wall breaking stuff. I'm like, that's a She-Hulk trait. She did that way before Deadpool.
and they created this potentially bring backable character that Kevin bought.
That was great.
So
in She-Hulk in the final episode, there's a whole big ass thing that happens, and then She-Hulk's like, wait, and she starts talking to the artist because she does it constantly. And she's like, no, this is not how my show ends. So she actually goes to the studio. She talks to the writers. They're like, what are you doing here? And she's like, yes, it's Kevin Feige.
Oh,
So basically, the one making the decisions about the MCU is the Kevin Feige. And so she goes to the studio. She fucking finds the Kevin bot, and then she just like starts dropping all these.
Like clicks at the screen. What about when the X-Men come out?
And Kevin's like, no, stop. It was great.
Yeah, they did their thing, and I think they did it very well.
They teased a lot of stuff that's gonna happen in the future, which I enjoyed. But speaking of Marvel, since we're on the subject now, X-Men.
Did y'all catch that?
I did watch episode 4 earlier. Where have you seen two?
The last thing I remember is Gene.
I love that whole thing. I've seen so many reviews and people talk about it, and it's like, it's so funny. It's like, and I felt bad for Scott because he seems like such a piece of shit, but he had to like really think about it. Like, yo, what the science says. Don't believe that shit, Scott.
The reviews come, and you're not that.
She was mad as hell with this nigga. Like, what? You gonna believe that? But the science, huh? He got so emasculated in that episode.
That's what I'm saying. I feel bad for him. It's like you know, but he said the science sound, and I don't know Gene, I don't know Gene, but today we got the baby.
Yeah, man.
Logan never tried to come in and scoop it up. He's like, oh, what's going on?
He did.
He's not strong enough.
No, he did. Because this
this
happened. After they leave the dead room, they have that whole thing with Morpheus trolling Gambit. He's like, oh man, they're booking so many hours. Rogue is really working on her stamina with the new boss. I was like, he's trolling the shit out of this guy. So Gambit burns off, and then Morph is like, well, Logan, what are you gonna do? He's like, I gotta see about a redhead. I was like, oh, he's this fuckboy ass nigga, bro. And then he tries to convince Gene, like, hey, Scott's with the old girl.
Read my mind right now.
Yeah, read my mind. I love
you. He loves her.
As soon as she fucking saw that and she snapped out of it, she was able to control her power. She senses Scott in trouble.
Scott's in trouble. He's like,
this motherfucker. They got cop blocked so hard, bro.
He did. I was like, that was his moment. That was his moment. She was in reading all the memories and thoughts. She saw deeper than ever. Oh, I said Scott. Fuck Scott.
Scott was right. Fuck. You're not even here for her to get her powers back. And the first thing that happens when she gets them back is your bitch ass gets beat up.
You basically got a fitbot that wants to take you out of all your trouble and responsibilities and take you to the Lawman's promised land.
Bro.
Go live.
So,
episode
Episode 4 is they do like an old school Saturday morning cartoon thing where it's like 15 minutes, one episode.
Yeah.
So it's there's a Mojo clip, and it says the first 15 minutes is the Mojo episode, and the second 15 minutes is the Storm episode. So the Mojo episode, basically, it's Jubilee's birthday. She's just turned 18. She's trying to celebrate. Magneto's being a dickhead. Like,
oh, dude, Magneto was dropping those stepdad bombs.
Bro, he was like,
Gambit come in trying to give Rogue some coffee and shit, right? And then Magneto finesses it with some metal spoons to bring in 3 spoons of sugar.
Yeah, he's like, Gambit's like, hey, Cher, got a da-da-da-da for you. And she's like, oh, that's so sweet of you, Gambit. But the boss already got me. And he's like, and this will make me pull some fucking...
He just sits there sliding to the chair.
It's not like 3 spoons of sugar. It's literally 3 separate fucking spoons of sugar. He's like, oh, 3 sugars, right? And he just pours them in one at a time into her cup. And then Gavin tried to do some slick shit. I'm like, oh.
He's saying what?
He's like, well, if you taking orders, boss, I like a cappuccino. And he's like, I'm not. But I am giving orders. I was like, oh, damn, this nigga is just... There's a lot of dictators going on here, bro.
No, about Gambit now. Keep fucking with me, man. Keep fucking with me. I'll sack every atom in the air. Your fucking lungs.
So then they're just talking about Jubilee's birthday.
Hold on. Did you know he does shit with his eyes?
He can just control kinetic energy.
I didn't know he would do his eyes.
Yeah, that's why they've always been red.
Yeah, I didn't know that. He's charging shit the whole fucking time.
But this Gambit can't do all that loud shit. If he gets the piece of his brain that was removed back in
not all stuff, but he can still charge.
There's a Gambit episode. Kind of like External Years back in the day, but there's an external nod in the later show titles.
Yeah.
So I think Gambit's going to get his sooner or later.
I would love to see them showcase a full power Gambit on the show, but I don't think they will.
Animation is the way to go.
Or like at least show like I think it's Sunspot. It might not be Sunspot. I forgot the actual
the new guy.
No, not somebody. But the Gambit that doesn't have the piece of his brain removed.
I'm sorry. Yes,
I forgot his name. You know, it'd be really great. They would do it in the show, and I know they won't. So there's the Gambit that exists like in the future. That essentially. So Gambit can control kinetic energy to such an extent. Yes, like he could walk on the sun. He could like literally charge the Earth, and that's how he destroyed his Earth. So there is a Gambit that exists in like far and like Bishop's timeline, and it's the same fucking Gambit. And you find out that Gambit essentially is mortal because of his whole kinetic energy manipulation thing. So there is a Gambit that exists at the same time in every timeline, at once, congruently.
That's the way.
That's the way. Yeah, then she was sent back in time to get him. Yeah. And they didn't really do much on that subject for those episodes. But they did enough if he died in the comics.
Yeah, if you know from the comics, you're like, oh shit, yeah. He's trying to get that guy, but our Gambit isn't that guy. Yeah, and technically he won't ever be because that Gambit exists in that timeline. This Gambit is separate but the same. It's weird. It's
especially now since Bishop told
him.
So Jubilee and Squad, right?
Yes, back to the moment.
Magneto drops his go fuck yourself to Gambit lines, and then they basically go back to Jubilee getting a little teed off that Magneto told her, no, you need to hone your powers better. There could be a
we're not having a birthday celebration.
Yeah, you shut it all down. Nobody having a birthday party. Wow. Even AT didn't care. And Morph shot that line of Magneto.
Oh,
bro.
So Morph Morph is arguing with Magneto. And so he does one of his dickhead things, and he's like, well, somebody's dad didn't get them a bike on their 16th birthday. And then Magneto's like, my parents were killed when I was a child. Of course, he's talking about the Holocaust. And then Morph's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Morph just like, oh.
I love what they're doing with this show, because remember before, they never referenced it. But now in this show, they constantly have Magneto remind everybody, hey, I was alive during the fucking Holocaust. I'm Jewish. He keeps reminding you.
Okay.
I love it.
Magneto, so he doesn't know.
One thing that they don't really
he knows because Magneto keeps fucking reminding everybody.
But it was a moment that he delivered. This was just after the fucking bombs that he gave Gambit. And he was just, hey man, it's at breakfast table. Who's getting breakfast? I got some for you.
Serving everybody. I'm Oprah today.
I got tea.
I got bars for everybody. You get a bar. You get a bar. Everybody gets bars.
Motherfuckers like Pyro, Toad, Mystique, Sabretooth. These ain't gonna just These quick motherfuckers.
In this episode, you watched it, right?
Yes. So, in the flashback, yeah, when they teased it.
I didn't even know it. She had a whole half of an episode for her.
What are you talking about?
I'm going on a limb here, and I'm saying this Forge is Mystique.
I don't think that.
You don't think that? Did you see the pictures that are on his wall when they did the little pan over? You saw the X Factor in Squad, right? Behind the X Factor.
I know you're talking about the Doctor. And
both of them.
The Doctor's supposed to be Mystique.
Not just the Doctor, but the other gentleman that's on the side. The
Bastion.
Yeah.
That's not Mystique. That's if they do introduce Master Mold, well, not that they introduce Master Mold. If we see Nimrod again, maybe we'll have a Bastion reveal. I don't think we're gonna get Bastion. I think that was a Bastion tease, and that's all. I think that's all it's gonna be. He might be in future in the next season, but I don't think we're gonna see him this season. But the Doctor, I know what you're talking about, because Mystique essentially most likely killed the guy and was taking his place. I think that was just there to show that he worked with him in the past.
He knew he might have worked with him when it was actually him before.
I think though, because I was watching a video earlier talk about this, that this whole thing that Storm is experiencing currently, it's going to be an illusion.
Well, yeah, that Tilda this is and/or Forge's.
Forge is probably still working on her, and she doesn't realize it. When she woke up, she didn't really wake up. She's probably still in the machine right now, and she's having
makes a little deal with the deities too. Yes. Back war with those people.
So
This could be
that as well. So it's either going to be real, and this is a real demon, this actual spirit that forced him, or it's just going to be a illusion.
She wakes up in a little power thing and has her powers back.
Yeah. So I think that's where we're going to go. I don't think they're going to make it that weird. I think they're going to have it like that. You're going to be thinking, oh, this is real, and then she's going to wake up.
The last,
but the Motendo episode, let's get to that.
Yeah, sorry, Motendo one was great. The only thing was weird in the whole episode for that was this random ass brand new Sega Genesis looking thing appeared in a room, and she's in an area that things just aren't happening. I'd be going, hey Magneto.
No. They did cover that because Rogue said earlier that they had surprises for her, so she was expecting a gift. So when she sees this thing that looks like a Sega Genesis with an X-Men game, remember the old X-Men game with the Sega Genesis? It's in the fucking Sega right there. And she's like, oh, they got me a game system. Let's play. And it's her and Roberto. And they're talking about
chilling in the room on her 18th birthday alone.
With this other, also 18, 19-year-old kid. He might be older, I don't know.
I'm calling 20. I don't know why.
He might, I feel like...
Not legal yet, but just is great.
I feel like he might be legal. They did go to the nightclub. And he got in. The X-Men snuck in. He was already there.
Okay. He also has money, too.
No, I'm just... Well, it's a nightclub in the 90s. He could be underage and get in. But I feel like he's probably older than Jubilee. Maybe about 1 or 2 years.
I mean, she's legal now, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, he's probably older than her by like a year or 2. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I do like the Gen X stuff we're getting. We're getting, Sunspot. We got Jubilee. Maybe we'll see Emma Frost be a good guy. I don't know. I hope we get some more Generation X members. Technically, no. Nightcrawler's with Excalibur. Forge is with X Factor. I'm waiting for Nightcrawler.
Yeah, there's a voice actor too.
I can't wait for Nightcrawler to come back. That's my guy. That's my favorite X-Men. But yeah, so it turns out that Mojo somehow, they have the worst security system. I seen this on another review, and they were like, bro, their security system ain't shit. How the fuck did Mojo sneak an entire game system?
They would have been Stripe came in and did her little materializing thing with her hands.
Spiral?
I'm sorry, Spiral. And
I was listening to a podcast, one of the comics podcasts, Top 10. And the same top 10. Yeah. One of the abilities that she explained in sentences. And was like, he picked up on an intruder in the fucking X-Men before any security or the other business did. So she's like, either he's really great at what he does, or the security system the X-Men is just horrible.
It's just bad.
I mean, it barely holds down Juggernaut for 2 seconds.
It's just bad fucking right. What I did like though was
Juggernaut just walks off the street.
I love when the glitch is happening in the game, and then Mojo's like, Spiral, I told you to fix this, and she's like, this is what happens when you fire tech support. He's like, they got fired because, well, he actually killed them. They got killed because they didn't fix the glitch, and she's just pissed off because she's having this fucking, and she got her 6 arms going to work and shit, and she's typing all fast. And the whole episode, she's just getting tired of Mojo's shit. Because now she's...
Where's the long shot?
He's not in this episode at all. And they teased Dazzler too. You don't see it. He gave Dazzler a nod. He's like, I would have had Dazzler for this show, but she's doing another thing.
Deadpool 3.
I love also that Mojo was just constantly just the shitty promoter fucking personality. It was down to a T. Like Jubilee's like, you lost weight? And he's like, oh, you noticed. And he's using all this fucking super hip slang and shit.
Had a nip, had a top.
Perfect. Had a nip, had a top. Yes, it was very 90s. It was great. I was like, they captured Mojo like perfect.
They have another form of Mojo where he actually has legs and he's cut up.
Fucking yes.
I forget the title of it, but he's a Mojo.
Mojo 2. I just saw a review talk reference it.
It was like X-Force.
But it's great. We get to meet a older Jubilee in this simulation. There is a digital version of Jubilee that's like her, like as an old woman.
Great hair and all. But she's the original voice actress too.
Yes, and that was a cool thing. So they brought the original War Trashers back, and the episode really had a lot of like messages, like kind of like, hey, it's nostalgia's cool.
But you gotta grow up, kids.
Gotta grow up, kids.
They're definitely living in the fan base of Marvel.
So they were really pushing that in the episode, and she literally has a speech to Jubilee about that. It's a little bit more subtle in the storm part of the episode, but the Jubilee had like a whole fucking message to herself. And then We get to see Jubilee with stronger powers because this is older Jubilee. She's doing all kinds of wild shit. She's like skating on the ground with her powers.
Firework blades.
She's summoning like blades.
Destructive looking things.
Yes, she's literally cutting stuff with it. I saw niggas online. They were like, "Bro, when she started using the fucking Rasengan gun, I knew these niggas was cooking, bro." Literally, her and the other Jubilee charged like a.
Yeah, they let that lock hands.
They charged like a giant Rasengan. I was like, "That's straight out of Naruto. Y'all niggas is not.
Y'all are in trouble.
Y'all are just stealing the homework, bro. Stealing the homework." And then the younger Jubilee. This is straight out of the fucking Naruto, bro. Where Naruto gives his son the Rasengan, the big one, and hey, go get him. Go fight, beat the villain. The older Jubilee helps her with it, and then she like reverts control over to the younger one. The younger one throws it at Mojo, and it's like a whole little thing. It's super fucking cool looking. I was like, man, I've seen this in Naruto, bro. Y'all just jack the whole shit bar for bar. Soldier Boy me, Drake. He still my whole flow, bar for bar. That's exactly what the fuck happened, bro. I was wild. I was like, that's crazy, man. They just biting for real, bro. They don't give a fuck, man.
And they got approved already for 2 more seasons.
Yes. Season 2 had already been approved, and then they just announced earlier, a couple of days ago or something, that Season 3 got greenlit, so they're writing Season 3 now as well. Which is great. I fucking love it. The show's had a great reception. It's been fairly positive. There's been some people kind of poking holes in certain things here and there, but
things are moving. Some of these topics, and finally we're getting characters that deserve like they used to do, like the 2 or 4 part episodes.
I feel like Season 2 will be better for that. I think they wanted to keep it succinct for Season 1 because they didn't know how it was going to be received, which is fair.
But 9 episodes, though, like this is a classic.
Hey man, you got to be careful. It's exactly that too.
By the time we have 3 seasons, it's going to be the length of one original.
Streaming services just aren't like bringing in money like they used to. And I mean, hell, you look at Netflix. I mean, they're really stepping their game up as far as getting shows now. A lot of anime too. A lot of good anime on Netflix right now. Great stuff, bro. I'm waiting for the next season of Castlevania. That's gonna be amazing. But
what about the Witcher?
I mean, they pissed off the guy who could have carried that franchise into the future.
Yeah, he liked the passion of the character. He liked.
He's doing Warhammer now, so fuck it. Nerds are happy.
That and MCU's hollering out. I hope for Mr. Sinister.
Henry Cavill? Was this
Absolutely. Look how he did The Witcher.
He would be good.
He's white already and everything. That doesn't matter.
He would be good in the role.
Either him.
I'd like to see him as a villain too. Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's what I'm saying.
That'd be dope.
And he's got the stature. I mean, he's gonna wear a cape and shit, but he's got the jaw and the neck.
I mean, if you want Mr. Sinister to look like Jack, then yes.
Why the fuck not?
I don't have a problem with it. He's always been kind of.
He's supposed to be the peak of human.
He's always been conveyed that way, so I don't have a problem with it. If they wanted to do more of a less kind of like, if what's his name, Cumberbatch wasn't doing Doctor Strange, I could see him playing Mr. Sinister. Just being a slimy motherfucker. Yes, he'd be great at it. We've seen it even with Doctor Strange. So I was like, yeah, they could do Sinister if they wanted to go that route.
I think that was like a home run with him and Strange.
Oh man, he's perfect. He plays the whole arrogant fucking.
He's full of himself.
Yeah, so good. So good. He's great as Doctor Strange. I gotta watch him in the Sherlock Holmes show. I heard that's really good.
Oh yes, actually.
Speaking of that, I can't wait for the new Doctor Strange. That's gonna be dope. Wait.
He's gonna get his new girl. Finally. You can forget about that.
His future wife.
Yeah, he's gonna have to marry her. Oh, who's your dad? Oh, fuck.
I hope the writing.
I
came to parlay.
I escaped somehow. Oh, yeah, I had to give it away.
Oh, word? You don't got the time no more? Oh, you wanna parlay now, this nigga?
The only way you beat me was with that. You had to go against every book in your fucking section.
Nah, I got real superpowers now, nigga. Let's go.
You can conjure up a hand and a spear and shit.
Speaking of Doctor Strange, even though Doctor Strange isn't in it, actually no, I think he is. Did you ever watch the King Vader Ghost Rider versus Blade? It's so good. It's so good. They have a guy. He's a pretty chunky dude playing Doctor Strange in that. He's not that bad though. I did like his portrayal of Strange. It's more kind of eccentric.
Okay.
It's not bad. Honestly, Vader is killing it with these short films, man. You know who King Vader is?
I've heard the name.
Bro, his short films are excellent. For somebody just doing independent films, it's yes, he has an excellent team, and he's done stuff for Netflix. He did like a Witcher short that was really good. What was the other one he did for Netflix? He did like was it Karate Kid? He did like 2 or 3 for Netflix. Yes. He had already been doing Cowboy Bebop stuff, but then he did one for Cowboy Bebop. The Netflix one was fire. I was so mad because I was like, this is so good, but the show is like so bad. That's why I was hurt. I was hurt because the Vader fucking Netflix short for Bebop is fucking amazing. He had did it way before the show. It was like on the platform too. That's what made it worse. It was like this is like older too. Like Jesus, and this guy doesn't have nearly as much as they have for the show. This fucking wild, man.
Sometimes cheaper is better.
He's one of the it's funny because I remember seeing a dude talk about DreamCon out here in Waco, and he was like, bro, he was talking about somebody who it was a streamer, and it's a chick that was streaming, and there's a dude that she's dating that's well known as well, and she got caught cheating on a DreamCon. And he was like, bro, I would never bring my fucking girl at DreamCon. There's like the black YouTuber all-star game out there. What the fuck? I would never do that shit. And I thought about that shit. I was like, yeah, bro. Because I didn't see him footage of DreamCon. Bro, yes. All the fucking popular black YouTubers and streamers were there, cosplayers, all that shit. And then they be having crazy after parties and stuff. I would never bring my chick out there. Fuck that.
Oh, you make how much? Okay.
Not even that, bro. It's like, oh, I love your fucking content. Next thing you know, your chick's fucking bent over the bathroom. The dude who was saying this was like, bro, the shit I have seen at DreamCon, bro. Like, in bathrooms, hotel rooms, all kinds of shit. No, bro, I would never bring my chick out there. Oh, I love your fucking Twitch streams. Next thing you know.
Twitch says yes.
Yes, exactly. So, no, sir. No, sir. I would never put myself in that situation to get fucked over like that. You going to DreamCon without me? Exactly. You are not allowed to go at all. I'll take all the pictures on social media and send them to you.
Let me ask you.
Please, sir. Snake? My phone is never on silent, bro. Emergencies happen. Yeah, I get important fucking phone calls sometimes.
Hey, I understand. Cat Williams never heard them.
Cat all day.
Out of
We talking about this one? Yeah, cat.
Yeah, cat.
And honestly, morally, he seems like a more decent person than Kevin. I'm sorry. Kevin has snake-like qualities to me.
Too much Dwayne Johnson time.
No Diddy, folks. No Diddy. Oh, bro. Speaking of that, man, just real quick, I was talking to my homie earlier, bro, and I just casually mentioned that, I've been sitting there chilling and doing this and doing that, and I was like, I've been watching wrestling. And bro, she just was like lit up real quick and was like, "Have you seen The Rock?" I was like, "Oh my god, here we go." And then she said, "Cody." I was like, "Okay, she's just talking about what happened." I thought she was about to go in on, "Oh my god, The Rock." I was like, "Nigga, I do not want to hear about this shit." Yes, I was like, "Bro, I lived through this before. I'm not trying to hear this shit again." Jesus. This is back when the nigga was younger and didn't have wrinkles. Oh, nah, bro. I don't want to hear this shit.
He didn't have no veins.
I don't have any references to The Rock over here. But I do have Diddy references. No, we know now. But the information is zeitgeist now.
Right.
Diddy or Michael Jackson? Who should we have gone after? Who should we go after?
Diddy.
Yeah, Michael.
Every time someone brings up Michael, I'm like, bro.
Diddy did that on his own podcast. Michael was born into some crazy shit that we don't even really know about.
I'm like, every time someone brings up Michael thing, I'm like, okay. Yes, where the smoke is fire. But every case he's been tried on, he's been acquitted. Yes, he settled on stuff, but everyone knows you settle on big fucking cases just to get him out the way. When you're that famous, you just do that. Also, anytime someone he's settled with, they've come out later and been like, we were lying. Every fucking time. Every time. Always on the list for Epstein. They got a lot of people on that list.
I think he just wanted to really make kids go have the chance that he didn't.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
I can never know. He's had people speaking on his behalf. There's been no fucking proof. There's literally just been cases, and then. So I at this point with it, I don't want to defend him anymore. I'm just like, you know what?
He's gone.
I just want the man to fucking rest in peace, bro. I'm not gonna speak on it. Like this, I hate hearing his name get brought up. I'm not gonna defend him or any other shit. I'm just like, hey man, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. If you don't like him, but I just don't want to talk about him because the man is dead, bro. Just let the man stay dead. He enjoyed his fucking music and leave it at that.
Diddy or Cosby? Ooh. Slime.
So again, another thing, and I've said this about Cosby before. I'm like, I just personally don't feel, I'm not discounting any of these victims, but I personally don't feel that a guy who was not the fucking man he was in the 80s, he was not as famous as he was in the 80s, a guy in the 60s and 70s could not have gotten away with raping that many white women and not have gone to jail. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe Cosby was that fucking well connected back then to get protected. If it was Cosby in the fucking 80s getting away with this shit, okay, I'd be like, you know what? I can believe that.
No, not back then.
Back then, in that time period, he was the man. But think of the 70s, and especially the 60s, I'm like, what? This dude was doing blaxploitation movies. They would have thrown this nigga under the jail. I don't believe that shit, bro.
Speaking of Cosby, in back to the X-Men, they had in the towards the end when Mojo was speaking with Jubilee, right, about trying to con her into staying in the video game world. He's summing out all the drama that's going on in the X-Mansion.
Oh, that was great.
And they even cameoed in a different world.
So he does like a bunch of plays on 90s shows. And he's like, all the stuff that's going on with the X-Men is so passe. And it's like Scott and Jean. It's like Scott and Jean divorce court. And then it's like X-Men changing, and it's like a different world, and it's like the X-Men cast. And then there was the what was the other one?
There was a different show.
It was different world, divorce court, and then what was the other show? It was I think it was Days of Our Lives.
Yes, with Magneto being the problem.
No, it was Who's the Boss.
Oh yeah, Who's the Boss.
So it's Magneto, Xavier, and then it's like Scott, and then I think it was Morph. And it was them like doing the Who's the Boss pose, and it's like, and now Magneto's the big boss. It was like he did that first, and then he did the divorce court, and then he did the different world. It was funny as fuck.
I'm telling you, like he said with Mojo's voice actor and delivery, definitely an easy callback to the original.
Yeah, and then there was a bunch of references to old X-Men video games, the Genesis game.
They had the arcade. The big block one? Yeah, they had that in the show.
They had a whole
thing. And the style of Sentinel blowing up?
Yeah.
That was the same blow up from that video game?
They did like a whole thing where it's like 2D Jubilee, like in the game, and she's like fighting the Sentinels, and it looks like a video game and shit. She has like a life bar and everything.
Yeah.
They show the character select screen from the X-Men game.
From that arcade game one? Where you had to select through like Cyclops, Nightcrawler Squad.
There's a Matrix reference.
They also bounced out of that screen. Like she showed up and then they pulled her out and they replaced her with Jubilee. Yeah.
Because there were a lot of glitches in the scene.
Because Dazzler was in that game.
Every time they would show like stuff in the video, when they were in the video world, there was constant glitches happening.
They had a phone booth that they got pulled through by the Jubilee, like in the Matrix. You know,
they see the phone booth, they get a phone call, they put their ears to it, and they get teleported through the phone. It's just like the Matrix.
And that whole, if you die in here, you die in the real world.
Mojo makes a reference to that. Well, if you die in here, I don't want to be grim, but steaks. That's how he says. I was like, okay, they gotta keep it PG-13, so they can't say I'll kill you, but steaks. It's very heavily implied.
And he blinks when he gets the Starfire drone play. Sunspot. And Sunspot takes some damage. He's glitching and blinking like a villain on a video game, and then he gets an extra life.
Bunch of little
in a circle like they used to have in a Game Gear game.
like a green X. She's like, "Oh my God, it's extra life."
Right.
It's like, this was abundantly obvious.
Gives it to the nigga. It's
Tell the
fucking
audience
great.
what this is.
She has to fight Boss Magneto. That was great.
What?
There's like a digital version of Magneto.
Yes. Just like he did in the original arcade game.
It's
With
like a digital Magneto.
Bro,
Bro, I wanted him to say, "I am Magneto, master of magnet," so bad. He just says, "I'm Magneto." I'm like, fuck, he didn't say the line. I am Magneto, master of magnet. Magnetism? Oh, Jesus, this script is horrible. Did not say that, though. We didn't get the master of magnet line. Die! Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. So it was solid. It felt like a filler episode. Like it was, the Storm one didn't, but the Jubilee one just kind of.
When they did everything, they were like, "We can't make 2 or make 3 episodes of the Storm thing, but we want to dedicate the saga correctly."
So it was nice that they put some time with Jubilee so she'd have some shine.
And now she's 18. They finished the episode with them getting out of the Nintendo world and
she's making
get
out
a
with
little
her.
little makeout party in the bed, fade to black mode. Yeah, either something went down on her 18th birthday or it's gonna elude and keep going. Oh, absolutely. Steaks.
PG-13, bro.
Cheeks.
They didn't do anything.
Oh, they definitely didn't. But
the last thing I would like point to that I kind of noticed the other day is Magneto, right?
Yeah.
You know, fast helmet on and shit.
oh, classic Magneto. Okay.
Professor Xavier leaves. Magneto, he can't find any help no more.
Well, he
He can find it, but shit.
No, he has a mention. He shows Rogan in one of the early.
Yeah, he holds it up. Yeah, but he went to go touch her hand to show that they can touch.
He brought it with him.
Just in case shit.
I mean, Jean Grey's in the house. I feel like you need to keep that on staff. Especially since she's in the Phoenix.
Was that Detective Jean Grey? Would that Detective Jean Grey?
For her psychic power, but not the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, Jean Grey, not her other personas. Because they do everything. Even she joked at him about it.
We got about
metal and I can do everything.
We got about 30 seconds left.
Well, it's your boy Carmendiz.
It is your boy Hook at the Retro Gaming Dojo on all social media platforms.
Chris.
Yeah.
Here's Chris.
Catch y'all next
Catch y'all later.
Be safe.
Hit the theme music. Close out the stream. See you dudes later.